everyone, and welcome back to my channel. If you are new here, my name is Jess. If you are not, well, welcome back. If you are new, I would love for you to click that subscribe button down below, turn on those post notifications so you guys can be notified every time I upload a new video, which I'm gonna try and make a regular schedule. Like I think Tuesday, Thursday, and Sundays is what I am planning to do. But anyways, without further ado, let's get into today's video. So for today's video, I want to talk about my Sephora recommendations. I have a lot of stuff to talk about. I use all of these on a day-to-day basis, if not weekly basis. Of course, you don't have to go crazy and buy all these things. These are just a lot of the things that I love and truly, truly cannot live without. So I want to start off with a couple of hair care products. They're both from IGK. And I just love this brand. Like I haven't tried much from this brand, but it hasn't let me down. So the first one I want to talk about is the IGK Crybaby Anti-Frizz Smoothing Serum. And you just take a couple pumps of this and put it on, warm it up in your hands and just rub this throughout your hair. I am able to use this whenever my hair is curly, like naturally curly. What I'll do is like my second or third day my hair tends to get super, super frizzy. So I'll just kind of rub this between my hands and kind of lightly put it all over. Now it doesn't make that big of a difference when I wear my hair natural, but when I wear my hair straight, I absolutely love this. I use it either or, and I will say I have quite a bit left, and I've had this for quite a while, and I do use it often. So for the amount of product that you get, I really, really think that this is a good buy. And then the next thing from them is called the Mistress Anti-Frizz Leave-In Conditioner. So this is more of like a jelly texture. So what I do with this is whenever I get out of the shower, I use a microfiber towel to kind of take all the excess water from my hair. And then what I'll do is I'll put this about midway and then to the roots and really work it into the roots. You can also use this dry, but I've never used this on dry hair, just wet, but still really, really enjoy this. And then moving on to skincare, I feel like I have a lot of skincare in here. I mean, not really skincare, but just things that I really, really love. So as you guys know, or if you don't know, I suffer from acne scarring, and dark spots. I have a lot of freckles and things like that. So recently I've been trying out this Primera Pure Brightening Serum. And it is fairly pricey. I believe this is like $60 to $68, and this is my second bottle. I do have really problematic skin, but I do feel like this makes just a hint of a difference. And I really, really like the milky texture, the way it smells, the way it sits on the skin. It sinks in really nicely. I do only use this during the day just because at night I use my Curology skin treatment. So I do only use this once a day. I'm sure it would work better if I used it twice a day, but I just can't really do that at the moment. But I really do love this. And then as far as makeup remover, I hate using makeup wipes or cleansing oils. Cleansing oils really break me out, so I tend to stay away from those. But this is the Green Clean Pharmacy Makeup Melt Away Cleansing Balm. This is probably my third or fourth tube of this, and it just works wonders. I absolutely cannot live without this. It melts away your makeup. Like as you can see, I go ham on the makeup. So this takes it all away, just melts it all away, makes your skin feel really nice and moisturized after. Whenever I don't have this and I have to use a makeup remover wipe, I feel like there's just so much gunk and makeup still left on my face. This is amazing. And you get so much. Like this tube I've had for months, and it still has so much product. So from Summer Friday, I have the Jet Lag Mask. Don't mind my really raggedy container here, but this is so amazing. This is so multifunctional. I personally use this as a face primer because I do need that extra hydration. You could use this so many different ways. You could leave this on overnight. You could do it before makeup, or you could pack on a lot and use it as like a hydrating mask for about 15 to 20 minutes. So many different ways that you could use this, but I personally use it as a makeup base just because it gives me that extra hydration and a nice barrier between my skin and the foundation. But truly, truly love this, obviously, because I mean, look at this. I've used the crap out of it, and I've had this for such a long time, probably about a year. It took me a few months to really figure out how this product worked for me, but I mean, I still have so much. You need just the smallest amount, especially the way that I use it. So I love this from Summer Friday. Another kind of makeup base product is this Becca, what is this called? Becca Under Eye Brightening Corrector. I have mine in the shade light to medium. I think they only have 2 or 3 of these. I've had this for, God, I have no idea how long, probably 2 years. I probably need another one, but there's just so much product. You need just the smallest amount. I suffer from really dark under eye bags, so I have really, really bad discoloration, like hints of blue and purple underneath my eyes, and this I feel like really cancels it out. I definitely notice a big difference whenever I don't put this on and I put concealer on over it. It's, I mean, just night and day. I love this stuff. One thing from Charlotte Tilbury that I will say is worth every single penny is this Flawless Filter Youth Glow. I have mine in the shade 3 light medium. When this first came out, people didn't know really how to use it. And so I use it. You could mix it in with your foundation. You could wear it by itself. It just gives such a nice kind of glow to the skin. Like, I mean, just look at that. It's literally just a filter. What I do is I put this on the highest points of my cheeks. So I do have this underneath my base right now. I put it just on the high points, so where I would normally highlight a little on my forehead, the tip of my nose, and my chin. I do put highlight on top of it, but not very much, but it just gives your skin a beautiful glow. I don't know if you guys can see that, but it just gives the skin a beautiful glow. Like I said, you could use this multiple different ways. You could mix it in with your foundation. You can put it underneath your foundation, on top of your foundation. You could use it just alone if you're just wanting something to kind of give yourself a little bit of glow, a little bit of zhuzh without having to put a full face of makeup on. Highly, highly recommend this. Moving on to complexion products. I switch around my complexion products quite a bit, but I will say one foundation that I absolutely adore is the Dior Backstage Face and Body Foundation. You get so much product. You get 1.6 fluid ounces, so you get 1.5 times more than you normally would. It doesn't look like you get that much product, but it is, sorry, this is so disgusting. I have a brand new one that I bought the last VIB sale for a backup, but I just absolutely love this. It's so lightweight, but it gives you just enough coverage to make you feel comfortable in your skin. You can build it up to about a medium coverage, I would say. I have mine in the shade 2W, but I love this stuff. But for powder, I have been loving the Milk Makeup Blur and Set Matte Loose Setting Powder. It says matte, but if you have dry skin, I don't want that to like throw you off. It is very finely milled. It did have like a sifter in it, but I took it out. I have had this for so long, and I use it every single time I do my makeup. Obviously, there are a few other powders that I have, but I just have not been able to stop using this. And I use this to set my under eyes. I use it to set my whole face. I even bake just barely, just because I have such bad lines underneath my eyes. But I really, really love this. This is such a great powder. For setting spray, if you have dry skin, or even if you have oily skin, this setting spray is just amazing. It's the Glow Recipe Watermelon Glow Ultra Fine Mist. That is a mouthful. But it kind of like breaks apart, and you have to shake it up before you use it. But the mist on this is just watch. Like, that is just such a fine mist. It smells like watermelon. It's just so refreshing, and it's so good. I mean, it sits on the skin really nicely. It sinks in, makes your makeup just melt into the skin. So if you do have like a really matte powder and your face is feeling a little tight, this will take care of it. Now, obviously, everyone's go-to is the Urban Decay All Nighter. If I'm working a really long shift, or I need my makeup to last, like a cajillion hours, I'll put this on and then this on top. This just has quite a bit of alcohol in it, so I feel like it makes my skin feel really tight. So that's a good setting spray if you want your makeup to last all day. But if you just want your makeup to sink into the skin, I use this after I do all my powder products, like blush, bronzer, highlight, powder, everything like that. I put this on, and my makeup just melts into the skin. It makes my skin feel nice and glowy and juicy. just the best. If I ever am without this, I will run out and buy a new one. For mascara, let me tell you, I'm sure there's a lot of good mascaras out there, but mascara is just one of those things. You either love it or you hate it, or it works for some people, doesn't work for others. And I have quite long lashes, but they don't curl and they're not really voluminous. So the two that I have been loving is the Milk Makeup Kush Mascara. The packaging on this, just from the start, is just amazing. It's so weighted and nice and big, and it just feels really luxurious in your hand. And this is a fiber mascara. The wand is pretty huge, but that's one other thing that I like about it. And it's a natural hair brush, which I really like. Both the mascaras I'm going to talk about have natural hair wands, which is what I prefer. But anyway, this just builds on the lashes. I usually do 2 to 3 coats, about 2 coats. But it's just makes your lashes look nice and lifted and just builds up on itself so nicely. Like a lot of fiber mascaras can kind of get really clumpy really fast, but this stuff, chef's kiss, so good. Another cult favorite is the Monsieur Big from Lancome. Again, this is a natural hair brush. This is more of a liquidy formula in comparison to the Milk, but still really good. And I feel like this one lasts a little bit longer just because this one can kind of flake away if you do wear it for a long time. So I will be aware of that, but still love it. But this one, it lasts on your lashes really long. It doesn't build up as much as the Milk Makeup, I would say. It's what I'm wearing today, and I just love this. I can understand why it's everyone's favorite. For highlighter, I want to apologize in advance for how disgusting this is. Yes, I could have taken the time to clean it off, but I didn't. And it is reflective. So this is the Hourglass. It's so disgusting. I'm so sorry. This is the Hourglass Ambient Absolute Strobe Light. This is their metallic strobe light palette. This came out, I want to say, holiday 2017. So have I had it a while? Yes I have. But so this is just so gross. I'm so sorry. But it's got these 3 shades. This was limited edition back in 2017. This is the only ambient palette that I've ever gotten from Hourglass. Usually they come out with like seasonal ones, like a limited edition holiday one every year. And this was just the year that I so happened to pick it up, and it's by far everyone's favorite. Whenever this went out of stock, people were so upset that they finally brought it back 3 years later. And I want to say that the formula is the same. I could be wrong, but it should be the exact same. It should be in the same exact packaging as well, if I'm not mistaken. But they did come back out with it, and I do believe it is on the Sephora website, so get your hands on this. You will never be able to get the metallic strobe lighting formula. This doesn't come in like an individual like their other ones that they have. So get your hands on this while you can, because they are stunning. I typically use these 2 shades on the end just because the one in the middle is a little too light. I use the one in the middle for like my inner corner for my eyes, or just on the brow bone. But these are absolutely stunning. I mean, you just can't go wrong. Hourglass knows what they're doing when it comes to their powders. So pretty. For blush, I would like to talk about the lovely Natasha Denona. This is the Love Glow. I believe this is limited edition, if I'm not mistaken, but it is on the Sephora website. This was her like Valentine's collection with the super cute packaging, but these are just gorgeous. You only get 1 cream product in this one, but I find myself using everything except for this diamond powder here. I don't use this. I use these 3. But for me, I feel like $55 to get this much product with a Natasha Denona quality is worth every penny. So it's $55 and 20% off, or even 10% off is worth that. You get $5 to $12 or $11 off. So it's so worth it. And I just love her complexion products. They're so good. I mean, look at that. Just look at that. So so pretty. And I'm really, really big on blush, and it just gives your cheeks a nice little flush of color there. Oh, I forgot a skincare one. I'm so sorry. Again, this is so disgusting. Look at that. You can't even read what it says anymore because it's just so rubbed off. But this is the First Aid Beauty Multitasker Face Cream with SPF 50. I love this. So because I use a acne cream at night, my face gets really, really dry, and I have to use sunscreen or else my face will break out even more, which I know is really stupid. But this is a good moisturizing, a moisturizer with SPF. It's not greasy when you put it on. I mean, you can tell that it has SPF in it. There is no flashback or anything like that. It sinks into the skin really nicely, and I just really, really love this. And I love that it's SPF 50, so it's really going to protect your skin and kind of give you that nice barrier before putting on your complexion products. Moving on to eyes. I've got quite a few palettes. This lovely Metropolitan palette is from Metropolis palette from Natasha Denona is absolutely stunning. I have this one on my eyes today, and I love this. Natasha Denona's palettes can be really hit or miss sometimes, and she just hit it out of the park with this. You can create really, really like nice looks with some of the mattes, like the lighter mattes, like you know, these here. This is just so amazing. You can't really go wrong when you go for like these smaller palettes. Well, it is $129, but you are getting so many shades and you're getting a percentage off. I say go for it. You could create neutral looks. You have nice little pops of color with the blue over here and the blues over here, and then you have the green and these blues over here. Just so gorgeous. I'm gonna swatch just a couple for you just so you guys can really just take it all in. These are one swipe swatches, barely touching the pan. I mean, just gorgeous. And if you don't want something that's like this colorful, I would suggest going for her smaller ones, like this one here. This is the Mini Nude palette. This one is absolutely stunning. Some of her smaller palettes like this don't have the greatest quality, so just keep that in mind. But this Mini Nude palette is amazing if you don't want, something that's, this large. And then also her other palettes, these are about the same size, just slightly smaller, but these have 12 shades. I'm sorry, 15 shades. And this Sunrise palette, I feel like if this one is a little too colorful for you, this one's a little bit less colorful, a little bit more like on the wearable side, or you could go into the Love palette, which is more purpley. All of these palettes are really, really good from Natasha Denona. Like I said, some of them are a little questionable, but I mean, these are just so good. So this one is $129, those other ones are $65. So definitely more of a better deal for that, but you're getting less shades. So I really, really recommend this palette specifically, or the Mini Nude if you want to just dip your toe into Natasha Denona shadows. Enough about Natasha Denona, let's move on. These little mini Viseart palettes are so cute. The price point is really nice. This one here is the Apricotine palette, but look how beautiful it is. Perfect for travel. I mean, just so tiny, even comes with a little mirror. If you're feeling a little bit more, colorful, this one is the Soleil palette. Super, super colorful here, but you could still get wearable looks out of it. She just came out, or not just came out, but she came out with ones that are this size but a little bit bigger because they've got another row of colors that I really want to get my hands on. But they are just so travel friendly. The packaging is just absolutely beautiful. I mean, you just can't go wrong. Viseart shadows are probably one of my favorite shadows, and these are the only two Viseart palettes that I have, so I don't know why that I only have these two, but anything from Viseart is really, really good. Now these smaller palettes, I would say, are a much better deal if you're looking to kind of not spend so much money, just because Viseart can get pricey really, really fast. These are just perfect. Little business size, business card size. And for way more colorful, creative looks, Melt Cosmetics has stolen the show. Melt Cosmetics is one of those cosmetic companies that I never really knew about. I also have their Millennial Pinks palette, which was definitely like a hit or miss. People either loved it or hated it. But these I personally love the most. This is the Dia de los Muertos collection that they came out with. This one is Muerte and this one is Vida. And they're both on the Sephora website, but the color stories in this, they're not like wearable everyday shades, but you can definitely create like a not so crazy look. This one's obviously great for like smoky eyes, those reds and blues. Really, really beautiful. And you have the Vida palette, which is definitely more vibrant. This one I would say is a little bit more neutral. You can create a little bit more neutral looks with this. But this just sparks my creativity, and the pigmentation on these are just stunning. I mean, absolutely beautiful. Again, these are one swipe swatches. This is from the Vida palette. But I mean, just look at that. The pigmentation is just absolutely stunning. Oh, I didn't swatch any of the Vizier palettes. Either way, those are amazing as well. But I mean, these are just stunning. They also have like the stacks, which I think is a different formula. I've never tried those before, but they're palettes like this. I really want to try their Rust palette that they just released, or their Gemini, which is like a greenish brown palette. But these are just beautiful. I mean, you just can't go wrong. And I'm like wiping this on my white sweater, which is not a good idea. I just want to swatch some of these colors from the Muerte palette. That blue is really patchy, but that's just the way I swatched it. It doesn't actually come off like that. These are amazing. And last, but certainly not least, 2 lip products that I want to talk about. Obviously, the Fenty Beauty Gloss Bombs. Fenty's lip gloss formula is amazing. I have on Fussy on top of just a nude lip liner. Let me go ahead and top it off again so you guys can see just how lovely this lip gloss is. It smells so good. It tastes good. It looks good. It makes your lips look so juicy. Sorry. It's late. But these are amazing. I missed out on her holiday collection where you got like a bunch of minis, which I'm kind of sad about. But if they have it, I will definitely be getting it. But these are just beautiful. Okay, so sorry. My camera died because I am just chit-chatting away way too much. So this video is going to be real long, and I'm real sorry about that. I'm going to try and cut it down. But another lip gloss, or the last product I want to talk about, I actually don't have because I cannot find it. I am sure it is deep in the bottom of a purse, but it is the Pat McGrath lip gloss in the shade Gold Astral, I believe is what it's called. All of Pat McGrath's lip glosses are amazing. I personally like the ones that have a little bit of shimmer, a little bit of zhuzh in there. She does have some that are just like colored glosses, like this one here that I have in the shade Flesh 4, which is like, it's a colored gloss, doesn't have any sort of glitter or shimmer in it. It is just a colored gloss. Not super, super pigmented, as you can see, like what it looks like in the tube and what it looks like on. It's not as dark. So really, really nice. But just Pat McGrath has some of the best lip gloss formulas. They're nice, they're not too sticky, and they last really nicely on the lips. They don't feel too heavy or anything like that. But yeah, I think I have talked enough. So thank you so much, guys, for tuning in. Again, if you have not subscribed, hit that subscribe button down below. And thank you so much for joining me. Yeah.